You talked about a memo from Delta Force?
Yeah, because what happened is various elected officials were being contacted. I have 10 city council members and a mayor, and I just wanted to alert them as to what was happening, that these situations were occurring, that they might be contacted by these individuals, and that in the best interest of public safety, and that's what I continue to fall back on. We didn't feel that it was in the best interest of the citizens of San Antonio to do that type of thing. All I can say is that, no just never seemed to be no. And even after they told us, we don't need you, we're still going to do our training exercise at other locations in and around the San Antonio area, but we're allowed to do them here. Next time, I'm still getting contacted by various officials. I mean, they never would take no for an answer.
So they weren't respecting your jurisdiction?
They were not respecting our jurisdiction. I don't think they respected our decision to go into predominantly minority areas of the city where we had vacant warehouses and buildings and try to do those types of exercises at those locations in the middle of the night.
Oh, I'm sorry, middle of the night?
In the middle of the night. Sometime between 9 p.m. and midnight. People become frightened. And we drew a lot of our decision-making on experiences that had happened in a lot of other cities. We were very concerned with some things that have happened over there, and we didn't get any real good, clear answers.
So they were being secretive about it?
Very secretive.
And you kind of, the city and the mayor and yourself, as the police chief, you kind of felt that it was a little odd that they wouldn't trust y'all. I mean, y'all are the authorities here.
A little odd, and once I made contact with my peers in some of the other major cities, and they shared with me some of their experiences over there, the decision really was very easy. My interest as police chief is the citizens of the city.
Yes, sir.
Period. And I was not about to jeopardize the safety under an exercise of this magnitude under any circumstance.
Well, you can't say it any better than that. This isn't some wild conspiracy theorist. This is Al Philippus, head police chief in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, and the mayor, too, Howard Peak. He says that it's dangerous and that they're dishonest.
I know that they wanted to use some explosives for entry into some of these buildings, some of the so-called ceramic bullets, which would be fired into little traps, which were supposed to catch those, which would disintegrate supposedly on contact. But I know that in one city, American city, that one of those bullets got astray and going through a window and down almost into a restaurant. So things can go wrong.
What city was that?
I believe that it was in Miami.
That's incredible. So basically right now, as it stands, and until they actually confer with y'all better or change their plans, they're not really welcome to train here in San Antonio?
We are not going to support any of their operations. They may do some things at the various military bases here in San Antonio. That certainly is their jurisdiction, but we will not support any operations in the city limits.
We really count on law enforcement officials locally like y'all to protect the people and uphold the law. And again, I just want to commend you for recognizing some of the behavior of the Delta Force and expelling them.
Well, I appreciate that. Again, the decision really was not that difficult. We have the interest of the citizens of San Antonio. This is a military city. We have a tremendous amount of respect for the military and what they do. But I do not have any respect for the tactics that were used by the advance team coming in here.
You're saying that they were disrespectful?
Oh, they were courteous and friendly to us, to our faces, but again, when you make a decision, you try to get information, to go around and try to put influence on you from pressure groups and individuals, either elected or in the community.
The interview you just saw was conducted in mid-May of 1998. Delta Force did visit San Antonio. Later the next year, during Operation Last Dance, held February 8th through February 20th. They also smashed into Kingsville, Port Aransas, Alice, Texas, Corpus Christi. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and other towns. This is absolutely out of control. We're about to go through this story in sequential order. In some cases, especially in the case of Port Aransas, the local authorities were not even warned. before massive military training, if you can call it that, was engaged in. Right here in America, it is clear psychological warfare against the police, the public, and everyone else in this nation, conditioning us to accept a militarized police state. It's basic terrorism. And I'm sad to say that about our military. But I forgot. It's Bill Clinton's military, isn't it? We can only imagine what's coming in the future with other administrations. This is an evil precedent that has been set. On the night of February 8th, 1999, right after my radio show, I got the word the Delta Force had smashed into the first of 6 towns, Kingsville, Texas. We got in the car, drove through the night to the South Texas coast, right in the middle of Texas oil country. It was incredibly surreal. Shades of Blade Runner.
Boy, we can still smell the fire. You fixing this area where it burned through?
Yes, sir. Just here it is. That way.
Hey, how you doing? Alex Jones from Austin, Texas. I got a radio show and a little TV show. What's your name?
Jerry McQueen?
Jerry McQueen?
Yes, sir.
So you're fixing the fire damage here.
Yes, sir. Boarding up the windows and doors.
So you're boarding up the windows and doors?
Yes, sir.
From Army Special Operations Command's work?
Yes, sir. Securing it so that way no vandalism or anything.
You're securing it, so no vandalism.
Well, they still tear things up.
Oh, I understand. No, we appreciate what you're doing. Just a few more questions if you have the time. I understand you're busy. Did you actually see Army Special Operations Delta Force?
I seen some of it. That was it.
What color were their uniforms?
I don't recall. It was dark and from a distance.
From a distance, you really couldn't make out their black uniforms very closely.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
All different types of helicopters, or just mainly one type?
Mainly one type that I'd seen.
Was that Black Hawk?
I'm not sure. I don't
Larger
know.
helicopters?
Medium size, I'd say.
Medium size. Were the police working with them in these exercises?
They had the streets blocked off.
Basically, this is a brick building, so the flammable things burned.
Yes. Just like wood and things like that, I guess.
So basically, this building is burnt out on the inside?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it's just the things that are charcoaled on the inside.
Did the military come around here afterwards and clean up all the shell casings and things?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Did you hear weapons fire?
Yes, we heard machine guns, or we heard weapons.
You heard machine guns and explosions?
Yeah, there's explosions.
Could you see the explosions or just hear them?
You can just hear them.
Can you, I know...
Need to
Oh, yes,
get
sir.
back to work here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your time.
All right.
Keith, you go around inside while I keep diverted, and I'll get us some of the fire damage footage.
Sure, give it a shot.
Well, you're looking at the upper floor, and our cameraman's a little bit nervous, as you can see, of the Kingsville Police Department's detectives building, supposedly deserted. We'll go downstairs in just a little while and show you the damage there, and then we'll go interview some folks around the town, from just average citizens to officials. Again, why are they practicing taking over police stations? In Kingsville, they did warn some of the officials. In Port Aransas, they did not. Again, we ought to just think about that for a second. Why are they engaging in this behavior? To condition the police as well as the general citizenry. Completely burnt out on the second floor of the Kingsville Police Department Detectives Building. Well, here we have it, where they've blown open the door and the ransacking. They've come in and pulled out all the fire damage and put up new plywood over there, as you can see. That's where they came through the windows. Well, here we go through the murk.
who the fire damage they've pulled out.